The developers of Path of Titans have been pretty vocal about upcoming content for the game, from confirming an ALLOSAURUS TLC and more future content. And today, I'm recapping this all for you. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Allosaurus is a dinosaur that has been desperately in need for a TLC. In fact, I feel like this is one of the most anticipated and most requested TLCs for a dinosaur that we have had for a while. I mean, since the latest updates, things have picked up for Allosaurus, with several stat buffs making this a more lethal killing machine. But it is still severely lacking. A very old model that hasn't been updated since May 2021, around 5 months prior to its actual release into the game in November 2021. And now, of course, Allo seems to be getting another update. A user commented on the Latin TLC Instagram post asking this: are Allos gonna get one or no? And they actually responded to this saying, yes, Allosaurus will definitely be getting a TLC sometime in the future. We'll let you know as soon as we have more information to share. Confirming that yes, Allosaurus is definitely getting a TLC in the future, and yes, when there's information, they will likely share it to us all. Now, unfortunately, we don't know if this is going to include a remodel for the dinosaur. It could literally be a TLC where it's just the abilities, like that of PYCNO and Latin's recent TLCs, where it was just new attacks and abilities and not a new model. But with how old the model is and how requested this is as a TLC for the game, I feel like a remodel would actually happen. I do think it is something that we'll likely get a model rework for because of those reasons, but you have to keep your wits about you here. It might not get a remodel, it could just be an ability rework. But that isn't the end of the comments on Instagram, because we now know that more TLCs are coming. And technically every dinosaur will be getting a TLC. Now, take this with a pinch of salt, obviously, because I feel like some of these TLCs, if it was to happen, wouldn't happen for a very, very long time. However, a user asked once again in the Instagram comments of the Latin TLC, how many more of these do you guys have? In which Path of Titans responded saying, every dino will get their time to shine. We'll let you know here on Instagram whenever we have updates regarding any future TLCs. So it looks like, of course, every dinosaur could be getting a TLC. Now, do bear in mind, a TLC doesn't always mean a full model rework. It could just be an ability refresh, which seemingly is what they've done with the last two, which was PYCNO and Latin Venatrix. But who knows? I feel like the dinosaurs with older models will definitely get a model rework, and the ones with more recent models probably won't. But there is also one other TLC that got confirmed, and that was over on Twitter. I know it's called X, but who's really calling it that nowadays? In a similar fashion to the Allosaurus TLC confirmation, we have confirmation from Twitter that Thalassodromius is getting a TLC as well. This TLC was confirmed with this message, which conveniently released the day I made a video going over what I think is coming in the next update, which I recommend you check out right here. However, they said this: absolutely, the Thalassodromius will be getting a TLC sometime in the future. We'll post about it here when we have more news. Confirming, of course, Thal is getting a TLC. Now, once again, we don't know if this is going to be a model rework as well, or just the abilities. PYCNOsaurus recently got a TLC, and that's actually not all it's getting, because it's getting some more updates on top of that TLC, which are based a lot off of community feedback. A wide range of buffs and improvements happened recently, and there's more to come as well. The developers went on to say at the end of a recent patch, which they pushed out some changes for PYCNO onto the live main servers, they said there are future additional changes we will be making to PYCNO in the next full game patch to also meet other community feedback. Some of these changes include giving PYCNO a second back limb ability slot and the recoil damage from your own attacks no longer removing your cracked scoots stat. We hope you enjoy these changes, and if you have any feedback, be sure to let us know. So it looks like, of course, a back limb slot and some changes to recoil and cracked scoots. Always welcome changes there, but they did say some more changes will be coming as well. And now that we've finished the dinosaur TLC overviews, let's talk about some additional stuff really quickly. So we have confirmation that there'll be more bug tracker skins released in the future, as confirmed by Matt on Sunday in response to someone asking exactly that. There was also some additional gossip about what or when the next update may be. Now, this does not confirm that the next update will be around Christmas or at Christmas or in the holiday period. This is just a discussion that happened about the potential of a Christmas update and the challenges about it. The developers said this: they're really looking forward to whatever they ship next, but they are slowly running out of time before things are locked down for submission around Christmas, where Nintendo go on holiday. So the main problem here is actually Nintendo's release schedule, and it's to do with Switch. So how dare they? They did add that it's the worst time to submit an update, because if they miss the window, it means they can't patch the game until next year. Now, unfortunately, I don't know the exact date when the deadline is, but I would assume it's somewhere before, like, the 20th of December, or even sooner than that. So, will this mean an update will come before the end of the year? A lot of people are probably thinking that now, but no, it doesn't confirm it. It pretty much is, this is the official response. It depends if we make it or not. There you go. Replay mode currently has a bug where users can't see their own attacks and sometimes emotes. This is really frustrating because when I record mod showcases now, I can't see my own attacks. I have to record it on my alt account. So it's a bit of a pain, and then I have to port it to my computer. It just makes things a lot longer and a lot more annoying. And sometimes some emotes just are completely missed from the replay. However, this was recently fixed, then was removed due to a bug it caused. But in the next major patch for the game, this will be updated and fixed, so we can finally rejoice with fixes to replay mode that we've been needing for so long. Now moving into something that I'm pretty sure you all will like, the 10-year plan for the game, which I've covered in a video here. Matt has confirmed the 10-year plan once again, but the plan isn't in effect yet. Now, before, there was the idea of like nesting was when the game was officially released, but I'm going to talk about why that's technically not the case anymore in a moment. However, Matt was asked if the 10-year plan included current dev time or after it launches. Now, I'm assuming it as in the game itself, which Matt responded by saying after. Before this, he also said, "I hope you don't think the game is close to being finished or something." So, of course, there's a lot more content to be excited for, and it looks like we're not even in the 10-year plan yet. So we have some more time of just standard dev updates, and then we will go into an extra 10 years of more content for this game. How exciting. There's so much the devs could probably bring for us in a 10-year window after like what we've got at the moment. But now let's talk about nesting, because I did mention nesting, and we have quite a bit to talk about for it. So we're not done yet. Nesting is not finished yet, and we will be seeing more content coming over the next 5 updates for this feature for the game. So if you think the current nesting experience is in its final form, or you're like, oh god, this is a bit lackluster for final nesting form, you are sorely mistaken. This was actually first outlined in the nesting blog end saying this: "This is only the first pass of nesting. We'll be paying close attention to community feedback regarding the nesting system, and we will be keeping community updated on progress of further development for the nesting feature. And they'll bring any additional updates in our next upcoming patch." This was reiterated by Matt recently, as in like 3-4 days ago, saying that there is 5 to 6 more nesting updates coming, and we only really did like 10% of nesting, so the other 90%. Reiterating the idea that they published the MVP, which is the smallest version of nesting they could possibly ship, the minimum viable product, saying there is thousands of stuff. For example, the fact that we can't nest in AI yet, or carry your own children, or even having a second parent, which confirms 3 things: nesting in AI, carrying your children, and having second parents in your family tree. Finally adding this: we spent like months or years designing the game and nesting, and told the programmers just do all the minimal, easy, small stuff for the first version and we'll ship the rest for the other 5 updates, which I think is actually a really good idea. We get a good example of what nesting is, and it's a good product, and then the developers get the feedback from us and just release more and more updates and refine it over time, bringing in the content that they have been wanting to release as well, alongside that, like nesting in AI, carrying children, having a second parent. It's a really good idea, and I cannot wait to see what else is in store for us with nesting. I'm not gonna lie, while I was editing this video and I was getting all the screenshots, I found this chat comment, which I'm not going to include the name of the person because I've made a conscious effort to not include names in this video in case people didn't like that. But they said, I can't wait to see screen caps of this chat in the next Velocci video. And well, you know who you are, and I guess you were right. It was technically not the next video, but it was the second next video. But of course, if you want to be kept in the loop for news for Path of Titans, feel free to subscribe, because that is everything we have today, and I'll be keeping you all updated on more news as it drops. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.